Well, hi guys. There's no, like, subtle intro to this game, it just starts. So, let's get right down to it. Welcome to Let's Play. Oh crap, I forgot the name of the game. I seriously haven't played this game in like, I don't know, like, at least 6 years. So, this is just a little, I think it was the second Spongebob game to be released on a mobile platform. This is released for the GBA, Game Boy Advance, and it's not to be confused with, no, stop it! It's not to be confused with Revenge of the Flying Dutchman for the PlayStation 2. Very different game. You might notice, by the way, that I'm playing this game with a filter. It normally looks like this, because pixels. But this game actually looks really nice, I think, with that filter, so unless anybody complains, I'll just keep on playing with it. This is one of the earlier GBA games. It does actually have a password function. And, as a result, if you want to actually keep your progress, you need to keep a freaking notebook or something if you want to not try to complete the game in one sitting. But it has two difficulties, normal and hard. To be honest, I don't know what the difference is. I think hard mode just starts you off in any given level with 3 out of 5 health instead of 5 out of 5. I play on hard. I don't think it makes a difference. But this game is surprisingly not suck, kind of. The first Spongebob game to release on a mobile platform was terrible. But this seems to have some of the same pitfalls. I had both of those games, this one and the first mobile game. I don't remember what the other one was called, though. It was for the... I think it was for the Game Boy Color. Anyways, from what I hear, the platform really sucked. I don't remember the game at all, to be honest. So, you have some basic cheesy cutscenes like these that just have, like, vectors pasted onto a background, but for the most part you actually have, like, real cutscenes, kind of, with, well, for the most part you have dialogue and a level. It smells catnip. Like this. Most cutscenes look something like that. And for some reason you have to manually enter the level. I'll explain the overworld soon enough. So as you can see up top right there is a password. That's BBGBBB. And there are doubloons everywhere. Those will get explained soon enough, I guess. So you get forced to read some signs. You're just kind of like thrown right into the gameplay. By the way, doesn't that coral on the right just look beautiful with this filter? But, yeah, so a core gameplay aspect of this, bubbles, aside from platforming. But bubbles aid in platforming because you can blow bubbles on various things for various effects, particularly jellyfish, because they'll get caught up in the bubble and they can then be platformed upon. This game looks like it seems to have a decent amount of effort put into it. So, a lot more than one might expect in a licensed game like this. Licensed games really had a bad reputation around this time in the gaming industry. And should you jump and then press A in midair, during your descent, you will just kind of puff up and glide, which is a lot more useful than you would think. Because the platforming in this game is kind of awkward. If you tap the button, you will just do a short hop, and it'll immediately start descending. If you hold the button, you'll actually do like a full arc jump. And oftentimes you want to do a small jump, you'll end up doing this, and you end up doing a little hop, and you get no height or distance whatsoever off of it, so it's kind of awkward. Anyways, there's a little bit more depth to this game than one might initially expect. I do think some effort was put into this, with however many people that have actually worked on it. Oh, thanks for the help, Patrick. For one, I don't think you can see it very well right here. It really looks like it on that actual GBA. because I actually was inspired to do a playthrough of this when I found that I still actually had my own my old GBA games, and this was one of them. I remember any character aside from SpongeBob looks like they're like rendered in 3D or something on the original. If you're actually playing on a Game Boy, because the screen's so small. Like Patrick right now, I guess you can kind of see it right now, but he seriously looks like an animated 3D model or something, which person in GBA looks absolutely beautiful. Anyways, what I've noticed at the bottom left right there that I had 3 out of 5 underwear. That might be because of playing on hard. I really don't know. Now, we can pick up different bottles of bubble soap, and this will give us different kinds of bubbles. This one is the bounce bubble, as opposed to the normal bubble. It cannot capture jellyfish, only the normal bubble can do that. But this one can be bounced upon. Anyway, I'm going to try to do a 100% playthrough of this. I'm going to try to get all the doubloons, but I've always had trouble finding all the doubloons in some levels. I don't know how well it'll work out. We'll see. And I'll probably do practice runs for most of these levels before I actually play through them in the Let's Play, to try and look at all the doubloons. Here we are, we're all getting introduced to all the main cast. And once again, really awkwardly 3D looking, out of place sprites, but oh well. The game still hasn't taught us how to use the glide ability. You know, you need it to clear that gap by getting hurt. I don't know why. Now, something kind of awkward that I've noticed is that sometimes in these red cave areas, which there are a lot of throughout the game, they'll kind of like bug out sometimes, like the little red parts, like the ceiling up here. Little stalactites or stalagmites, however which is which, won't draw properly on the simulator. I don't know why. Alright, so we have the strong bubble as well. Yeah, I can see right here on the right, past this wall, it gets all like bugged out looking. I don't know why. But this is the strong bubble, which breaks stuff. That's all there is to it. Duh. Boom. Which includes completely destroying enemies. Yeah. Darn it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Spongebob has a really funny crawling animation in this. Just sliding along on his face. I don't know why, but in any game that allows you to do so, I absolutely love, like, hopping around while crouching. Super Mario World is such a game. But anyways, you can destroy the little box as well, as you might expect. Yeah, see, like, these little tiles right here, up above me, they're all bugged out looking. I don't know why. Maybe just because I'm playing at such high resolution, since it's on an emulator. But yeah, like, look right here on the left wall. Like, there are lots of places where they get cut off, it looks like. Anyways. So, as you can see, the top right corner, there are lots of doubloons for every level. And there seems to be absolutely no purpose to getting all of them whatsoever, and there pretty much isn't. Except for 2 things. And I'll talk about both of those later. Oh no. And yes, crouching does actually shrink your hitbox. Time for actual plot development. Because the way this game's set up, there's not really much actual plot to it, but this is a plot thing. I have chests in the chests. Let's gain 3D looking flying Dutchman. Might I point out that the face of the Flying Dutchman looks absolutely beautiful with this filter. Looks like it's made to be viewed with this filter. Now, let it be known that SpongeBob's obliviousness is not specific to the more recent episodes of the series. he has a lot of treasure that he lost in the most weird of places. If this were going to balloons. Yep, so you go through all the levels, get all the different, the main goal of any one level is to get all, or is to get the treasure. Every treasure, as you might have noticed on the pause menu here, there are 3 keys. They are usually organized chronologically. Usually you get the circle first, then the triangle, then the square. That's not always the case. It just usually is, which makes you really wonder a lot of the time that you accidentally passed up all the keys. Because it can be a lot easier to do that than you might expect sometimes. Here's a little thing that I really don't like doing, because I'm an impatient person. There are cases where you can't really just dodge an enemy, or you can't just take out an enemy or dodge them, so you have to just jump up in these little spaces and automatically tuck into them. I like the idea behind it, but I find it incredibly dull. And I'll level up the soap again. A few aspects of this game's platform that just feel really awkward sometimes. There's, like, for one, you need to, I don't know why, but something feels really weird about gliding. Just how I have to press A button and let go of A and press it again, I think. Because how quickly I have to do it, I'm really not sure. There's also moving around when I'm crouched because, as you might be able to see right now, or as you probably can't tell, I'm not actually pressing down right now. If you just keep moving left or right after having crouched, you will keep crouching, which will sometimes result in you accidentally crouch jumping when you don't intend to. Now the game finally tells us how to glide. Let me get the first key. Now something you might expect. You can get really creative with these bubbles. Doing stuff like this to achieve new heights. The bounce bubble is the bubble that you can play around with the most, I think, to actually do things that you may not be intended to do. Not that that's all that much. And at some point in the level, there will always be the actual treasure chest, and you will not be able to open it, of course, unless you have all 3 keys. The Medal of Dishonor. Now, I got all the doubloons, as you can see right here, which means I unlocked a little bonus thing. If you unlock all of the doubloons in a given chapter... What am I recording? Alright. If you unlock all of the doubloons in any given chapter, or if you collect all of them, and that's an entire chapter, not just a single level. A chapter is usually composed of multiple levels. You'll unlock a little bonus stage. Now, I'm not sure that bonus stages varies from chapter to chapter, or if it's almost always the same thing, but it's kind of underwhelming for the most part. In this case, we unlock this little bonus game here called Jellyfish Jam, a reference to that one episode where Spongebob, for some reason, had some giant sound system in his pineapple and decided to jump dance with the jellyfish. It's basically just some glorified game of Simon Says. If you play it long enough, you'll actually start getting 1-ups. It's not very fun, though. I think it follows a predetermined pattern, too. By the way, you might have wondered what sleep mode is on the pause menu. I don't know, to be honest. Never activate on an emulator, I'll tell you that. But sleep mode. If you're playing this game on the original GBA, or on the Game Boy, if you enter sleep mode, it'll just like turn off the Game Boy screen, and then if you wait like 30 seconds and press all of the buttons on the... I don't know how to get out of it, to be honest. I usually just like mash all of the buttons on the Game Boy, and then the screen decides to come back on. But on the DS, if you're emulating this game on a DS Lite, since I can actually play Game Boy games, it won't come out of sleep mode. So just stay away from that function. I'm pretty sure you can't come out of sleep mode if you're on an emulator either. I've never actually tried it on the emulator. Anyways, there you'll notice that we have a number of places that we can go. These are each chapters, each have mini levels. This game isn't strictly linear. You can actually do these in any order, which can actually in turn affect how you play in later levels as well. Kind of interesting. I'll save... I don't know which order I'll go in, to be honest. I don't really like any of the levels. All these have levels that I absolutely loathe. Now this Blocking the Plane has one level that I really don't want to do. Out and About has some really not fun boss battles. And Jellyfish Fields Forever. Yay, references. I should probably practice those levels before I actually try to play them in a Let's Play, because they're really big levels, and I don't know where all the doubloons are. I would like to get all the doubloons, because there's also something you unlock. There's also something in the game's ending that has changed if you get lots of doubloons. I guess we'll go here. Now, you get different things from each of these areas, and to be honest, my favorite object is actually from here. But I hate Rock Bottom. Screw it, I guess. Hi. Where is this genie? I'm totally gonna have to cut this episode short, doing the middle of this level, aren't I? The levels in this game are pretty long. Now, naturally... Oh, God. Ah!
Whatever.
Okay. There are some doubloons in some levels you only have one chance to get. Anyways, that's me, or descend down to Rock Bottom. Thankfully you can stop gliding and start gliding again. And now we'll jump. So you make this pass a little bit more quickly. By the way, one of the reasons I hate Rock Bottom so much in this level, in this game, is admittedly just the music. I really don't like the music. There's also the enemies, and the platforming. Actually, pretty much everything. But I dislike the enemies a lot too, because Rock Bottom has some unique enemies that I simply abhor. But there are a few platforming sections, like this very room, actually. Involving jellyfish. That are a real pain. So if you don't, damn. Because if you don't get the jellyfish stuck in the right place, you either won't be able to jump on them, or you won't be able to jump onto... that's part of it. Or you won't be able to jump to the platform above them. Although, you do get an item from the Krusty Krab chapter that makes this sort of thing easier to deal with in the future, so I guess it could be kind of worth it. Yeah, so just a brand new mix of things I dislike about this. I don't want to stand on that. There. If you miss one of these jumps, of course, you're just back down to the bottom. Rock Bottom. It's really hard to tell sometimes if you're actually able to stand on something. Well, yeah, I go so on right there, but then you almost popped. You need to put some faith into your jumps. If you haven't noticed already, by the way, different colors of jellyfish do have different movement patterns. You have green jellyfish, which... Dude. Yeah, green jellyfish, which move up and down. Purple jellyfish, which move left and right. Red, which don't move at all. And then there's one more variety we are yet to see, the blue jellyfish. Should probably be aiming upwards at some of these jellyfish actually, instead of just... or whatever. I'd imagine that... oh wait, I need to get up like that, darn it. Thought that you had to use that jellyfish to get somewhere more interesting. Come on. And hey, the first key. So this game isn't exactly terribly difficult, although you will probably find yourself dying a few times. You're really not going to find yourself, like, in danger of a game over, I don't think. Probably not, at least. Probably there are some of those little treasure chests that have doubloons in them. Keep an eye out for those. If you do want to get all the doubloons in this game, though, seeing the difficulty, you have to look around a lot, and you actually have to try. I don't think this is, like, a terribly easy game. It's not that hard to get through, although the boss can be pretty darn hard, actually, if you don't know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. No. Why that enemy shrinks, I don't know. They can't hurt me when they're shrunk, though. Ah. You restart a room if you die. I don't know if you have to recollect everything in that room. Ah. Ah. Anyways. It's beginning to get close to that time I need to wrap up the episode, actually. But... ah, God, this part. Platforming, why must it be so awkward? The general feel of the platforming is really weird. And not fun. In general. I don't know what it is. There's just a certain clunkiness to the platforming in this game. About how you move. It's because... I don't know. Admittedly, I just don't. Anything special here? I need a strong bubble. Okay. I guess I'll have to keep that in mind for later. There are sometimes times when you'll have to actually go back somewhere. Backtrack a little bit. There we go, speaking of which. Like, I don't know how I would actually get back to... Can I make that? No. Does the room completely reset? Thankfully not. I don't know if we put doubloons or anything. Let's do this with a little bit less death. There we go. Like I said, you need to actually like be looking if you want to try to get all the doubloons at any level. Oh no! I just have to bite the bullet here, I guess. Go, Spongebob! By the way, of course, the number of lives you have isn't saved in this game. Whenever you're doing whatever it may be, or whenever you want to restart. So, if you happen to care about that sort of thing, actually like building up lots of lives, you definitely don't want to try to play this game in as few playthroughs as possible. Probably try to explore everything when I still have the, oh no. Speaking of lives, I was talking earlier about how you're probably not going to be using that many lives, but with how things have been going at this point, like I said before though, for me, I have lots of troubles with rock bottom. I have a lot more troubles here than I would do in most areas. What? I think I brought this bubble here though. Speaking of lives, again. Ew, what's that up there? Ah, come on! Yeah, there's certain tricks you have to get used to. Like, the float bubble. To, friggin' jellyfish? Like, with the float bubble to, get up higher than you normally would, you can actually use multiple bubbles side by side like that. That was something that I had to do right there, too. Oh, crap! I guess I kind of have to kill myself from this point, actually. Because I need the strong bubble again. This is why I was saying earlier that I would actually like to practice all these levels before trying to play through them to get all the balloons. You can replay levels, but it'd still be a lot easier on me. And no, extra lives do not respawn. Oh, speaking of extra lives, though, actually, something that I can do. I managed to get through this one area alive. You go away, you go away. If I head back on down here, in every level there's a secret thing with a portal called the Jellyfish Rodeo. Actually, that's, well, episode has been running just a tad long. Yeah, so we're actually gonna see the Jellyfish Rodeo next episode. I'll keep you in suspense. It's almost exactly what it sounds like. See ya.